this side from Learn and Grow. So today we are going to discuss how we can share image, how we can share container image in Docker environment. Okay, so we have two methods available with us. One is using Docker save command. So it's very simple method. Suppose I have a image available with me, sent to us latest, and I want to share with some other colleague. Then I can use Docker save CentOS latest, and then you can make a tar file out of it. So this will make a tar file, and then this tar file you need to share with your friend. Once he got the tar file in his own Docker environment, he can run the docker load command to load this file. So we have tar file available here. You can do the SFTP or SCP as you feel comfortable. Then when your friend will get this file, he will run the docker login command, docker load command -i backup.tar. So this was one way, but this is not very efficient because every time a request will come to you, you will make a tar file, then you will transfer it. So this is not a good way of doing it. Another way we have, let's have a centralized repository where we will share our all the images, and from there anybody can download it. So we can have Docker repo, a centralized Docker repo. So Docker repo is already there. Docker Hub you have. So in Docker Hub you can create your own account, and then from there anybody who want that image can pull or can pull it. Okay, let me show you the Docker Hub. Hmm, This is Docker Hub. So here I have created my account. It's very simple. Then you can do the create repository. You can create repo. You can do name of repo. You can say public or private. Public means if you want to share with someone, or private you don't want to share it with somebody. Okay, let me log in again. Docker Hub. So I have created some repository, public repository I am having. So in this practical video, we will use the public repo. So this is my erevcan is my username, and sample repo is my repository name, and this is public. So I can push image here. But before pushing the image, you must have you need to tag that image that you want to upload. Okay, so how you can tag the image? The command is docker tag, then your image name which you want to tag, latest, then your user ID. One more thing, before doing this tagging and you do the push function, tagging you can do, but before doing any push and pull operation, you must be before push operation you must be login into your. So when you do docker login, so I am already logged in, it will ask for the username and password that you have given. Okay, let's tag the image CentOS latest. This is my username, this is my repository, and then I have CentOS. Suppose I give it CentOS version 44 is my tagging. So I'm tagging this image by using my username, my repo, then the name I want to give to this image. Let us check. So here tagging is complete. It's showing repository exact path, your username, and then your repository path. Now we can do, as we are already Docker login is done successfully, so we can run the Docker push command. Docker push, we want to push this, and CentOS is the tag. So here it is pushing. This image will go into the Docker Hub. Okay, now see one thing, one important thing. Here the layer already exists. So it has not completely loaded my version 44 because already I was having some version of CentOS there. So what is the advantage with the Docker repository? Suppose if you have a file MySQL 5.6 and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 commit you have used in making this image. And then I have MySQL 5.7. It has it has been made using this base image and it has commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now when I upload the MySQL 5.7 and if MySQL 5.6 is already uploaded on my Docker repo, then this will upload this Delta part only. So this is the beauty of Docker Hub. So it do the space management. It store the image layer wise on the basis of commit. Okay, so we have done the Docker push. Now let us go here. So here we have this file. If I click here, I can see what are the commands has been used to make this image also. Okay, we can see in version 1. Now if you have once transferred the image here, so if your repository is public or you have given the access to a specific person whom you want to give access, then he will use the Docker pull your username. This is the exact path of your and then the version he want to pull. So in this way, you have kept your image at a central location and if anybody require it he can pull it from there. So this was very simple pull and push process, but generally what happen, the companies have their own local registry due to security reason because company want to put their image in their personal space so that no other third party people should not able to access it. So for this in the next video I will explain you how you can make your local registry personalized registry and from there you can do the push and pull that we will cover in next video. So I hope the things I explained in this video are clear to you. If you like it, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye. Take care.